but it's young Han Jeong, and he is a senior in Biomedical Engineering. He seeks to utilize his degree in biomechanics and medical computer programming, which are two things that sound incredibly hard and I could probably never do. He is also involved in a large variety of extracurricular activities and holds multiple e-board positions in clubs such as Off-Campus Student Organization, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and MMA Club, which is mixed martial arts. But he also enjoys playing guitar in his spare time. He was born in South Korea and immigrated to the United States in 2005. Through his education and experience, he believes that creativity is different from the conventional definition, and he's here to share his journey that made him realize the new definition of creativity. So, I introduce young Han Jeong.
No, that's a stupid idea. Or, no, you're not the creative type. I'm sure every single one of us has heard of that phrase at least once, or even said that